Barineri, Koi. Hadichu busiu le tla hlaha manaka. Taba ena ya ho qapola dipalo e qadile ka rona. Re hotse re mametse ditshomo empa re se re tetesela ha re sa kgona le ho ikgantsha. Hela ngwana mme lefatshe lena le hloka lentswe la hao.
My name is Makere Thekiso. I was born in Matatiele. Ke Mosotho. I'm a filmmaker. TV shows, short films, documentaries, music specials. I'd get a call from the US, I'd get a call from like Europe, wanting to come in and shoot the same visuals. And the most common message that was said was that like you guys were able to shoot something that made being African cool. But you realize the importance and the voice that was not really being heard. And it made me start going back home more often. You know, it made me start reading more about being Mosotho. The voice that I always have in my head is like, whatever I'm shooting, like how do I bring it back home? I think I'm probably gonna peak as a director when I turn 40. And I don't think even from a technical perspective, I think even from maturity perspective, where you understand certain subjects, you understand people, you understand how to speak to emotions. I try not to spend a lot of time with other filmmakers because their voices are very loud. And as a filmmaker, I think it's important to have your own voice. So I prefer spending it with like regular people, like whether it's accountant or someone who sells my chips on the side of the road. I think that's where the stories come from, because when it came to fiction, I was trying to create characters that didn't exist. But then I realized that once you start creating characters from the world around you, you can go a bit deeper, you know, expose yourself to the other layers of the community, you know, whether it's church, whether it's the hood, getting out of your comfortable zone, especially living in South Africa, because those are the people that you're going to be telling your stories to. Those are the people that are going to be going to the cinema. We're made not to be proud of who we are and where we come from. A show called The Hustle was a hip-hop show, and for us that show was able to move culture, to changing the African narrative aesthetically. Those are things that you can't even measure from an award perspective. You can't compete with Scorsese, but there's no way they can tell a Langa story better than you can. They can't. Where was I born? Where do I come from? What do I like? What music that plays on radio when you walk down the street? That's an African aesthetic. Just, it doesn't necessarily like, oh, cows, Africa, motherland, you know, like, you know. Those people have been marginalized for years. So them shining now, why is it necessarily like an issue? Back yourself because the world won't. It took me like 7 years to fully believe in myself, you know, and I think it's because I was always waiting for outside voices to validate me. You start crafting that aesthetics and that visual language that you're looking for, your own voice, because filmmaking is not just stuff that happens on set. It's you, it's who you are.